This right here is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. This is you. This is your sister, your wife, your daughter. But this is you. And this is their reaction when you are killed. This is the joy they feel when your sister is raped, when your children are castrated, brainwashed to hate you. This is their ecstasy when the floor of the subway car is awash in your blood. This is you. Make no mistake, that is a symbol, that is you. But this won't last long. They can't help themselves because they're so ugly and so low that the only joy they can experience, the only good that they can envision is to take something beautiful or innocent down to their level. And when they can't do it, the next best thing is blood. This is Charlie's family, and these are his children who will never be able to hug their dad and grow up with a murdered father. And these are the people who smugly revel in this, and they won't stop with just Charlie. The boats are burned. There's nobody coming to help. The barbarians are at the gate. This is the fall of ancient Rome that we are living through currently. And what happens in the next 2 weeks is going to determine the future of mankind. That's not hyperbole. That's just how it is.
Welcome to the Extra Podcast. I'm your host. Let me send it myself because I'm out of the loop today. Robert, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I hope everyone's doing great, man. Unfortunately, with these weird times that we're living in, I'm able, as a Christian, say I still have the joy that God has given us. You know. So,
Amen. I'm the same way. I'm trying. I'm this event, like probably so many other people, we get closer to God more now than ever. Uh, Whatever the devil was trying to do in our life is just it didn't work. It's basically this
nope.
event unite us. More people are together than ever, and the evil is not. It's not winning. It's not winning. So with that being said, let's start the show today. So Thank you guys for joining us. I really appreciate it. I'm your host Julio with my one of my best friends, Robert Barbosa. And today's we are having a pack jam podcast because we have so many things to talk about. From the new findings on the investigation of Charlie Kirk to the latest attack from Donald Trump to the cartels in the international waters near to Venezuela. If you have not uh, find out yet, Donald Trump sank another boat. Let's get to it. So we were discussing about this. Wow, early this morning, Robert and I we were talking about like what's going on now in America. We talked about it last week with JJ Carroll. Like, what is next? This is not left versus right, as many people think. This is good versus evil, and it is
Yes.
getting darker and darker by the minute. I don't know you, but I feel it. You feel it in the air. It's heavy, and this is it's not looking good. Hopefully, I pray for the people not to take vengeance on or matter on their own hands, because if not, it's not going to end well. And I hope it's not. So let's play this video real quick before Robert say his piece, because this is what Regal Star posted earlier today on his account on X. It's very telling, and listen what he has to say.
Let's get into it. In a bombshell development that has rocked the political landscape, federal investigators have uncovered financial transactions linking Tyler Robinson, the confessed assassin of conservative Charlie Kirk, to the Democratic Socialists of America, the DSA. According to sources familiar with the ongoing probe, Robinson received multiple wire transfers from DSA affiliated accounts in Orem, Utah. The funds totaling over $50,000 were funneled through shell organizations for community organizing efforts, but appear to have directly supported Robinson's logistics, including travel and weapon acquisition. Prominent DSA members, including AOC and New York Assembly member Zoran Mamdani, have been named in internal FBI documents as key figures in the group's leadership during the period of the transfers. They have neither commented publicly on the allegations. The FBI, in coordination with the Utah state agencies, has expanded its investigation into multiple leftist organizations for possible advanced knowledge of the plot, with Axios reporting that probes now include scrutiny of post-assassination material support provided by Robinson's network. We already knew that. The plot thickened as evidence emerged of continued DSA funding to Robinson even after Kirk's death, with bank records showing an additional $20,000 deposit into an account linked to his transgender boyfriend, who lived with the killer and reportedly shared his deep-seated animus towards conservatives and Christians. Law enforcement officials described Robinson as a radical leftist activist, corroborated by family statements labeling him as...
There we go. That's the last.
Wow.
And that is basically in a I mean, in a nutshell, it is what is probably allegedly what's going on. Hold on, let me get back. It's more to it. I thought he was done. Hold on, there is more into it. Sorry about that. Let's play that.
And hatred for Kirk, whom he viewed as the most powerful conservative voice of a generation. Bullets recovered from the scene bore carvings of Antifa and LGBTQ slogans, further underscoring the ideological motivations. At least one DSA-linked group in Utah hastily deactivated its social media pages.
Sorry,
I already showed you guys who they were, mere hours after the first shot rang out, prompting suspicions of a cover-up, despite initial corporate media narratives portraying Robinson as a right-wing extremist. I'm sorry, you guys, I'm just like trying.
Sorry about that. We lost connection with our friend Robert. Let me see if we can restart this.
I read this because I'm like, oh, this fucking bitch. The mounting evidence has forced a reevaluation, with top officials dismissing those claims as premature and biased. As investigations deepened, questions swirl about the DSA's role in what prosecutors are calling a politically motivated assassination. The FBI is probing whether the organization provided not just financial backing, but also operational guidance. Da 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 da. AOC and Mamdani, both vocal critics of Charlie's Turning Point USA, face mounting pressure to disclose their involvement in DSA fundraising during this turbulent period. So look, y'all can gaslight all y'all want. I called this shit from the get-go, because what happened 2 weeks ago in Minnesota? Oh yeah, a trans shooter killed 2 little kids. And what happened the 9 times before that with the mass shootings? They were all trans, right? But the news doesn't want you to know that. No, they don't. As soon as I heard the question being asked to Charlie and seeing him shot, I knew exactly who was behind it. So now I want to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment down below, and I have another video coming out later on tonight. Peace.
There you have it. That's Rigo bringing the latest and greatest. Robert, his computer got disconnected. He'll be back in a few seconds. Thank you for joining us today. So that's what we have right now. And as you know, the FBI found on the Discord conversation of the trans guy, the guy that lived with Tyler Robinson, they found a immense amount of data, basically chat, like internal chat, like a Discord between a group called Armed Queer, I think from Utah, and I will show you a picture of it. So that page was closed at, right after the shooting. Let me bring it up to you so you guys see it because it's no longer available for people to find. I tried to find it myself, but I could not access because it shows as. Let me show you the screen. Let me show you the screen. Give me a second. You will see it in a second. Hold on. Let me download it real quick so you guys can see it. But it was that page was deleted right away after the shooting, and now it's in. They are under investigation. According to Cash Patel, they are looking deep into it, and the architects of such a possible conspiracy and planning of that event. So it is very, very. It goes very, very deep. It was well funded, and allegedly, is a lot of people involved in that situation. It's not the shooter by himself. Is a lot. So this is a post from David J. Harris. So breaking a Utah-based trans militia group, Armed Queer Salt Lake City, which trains individuals to use weapons to defend their rights. I will not say the word again. Deleted their his account on the day of Charlie Kirk was unalive. So that is a picture. Take a screenshot if you want it. It's not longer to be found on that page. I look everywhere. I look on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, but they deleted all social media. That's their page. So that's what happened basically today. So very, very, very telling. So that's what happened. With they are currently being investigated. Let me see if my friend Robert. Now he's not back here. So that's what happened today. So let me play another video for you that I have over here. Let me go back and find. So they are being investigated. So this goes way deeper though. I thought for real it was a shooter and it was like a done deal, but I guess it's deeper than that, and allegedly is political figures involved in that matter too. So I don't know what to say. Is it's all alleged, collusion amongst people. But also, I heard on X that somebody were talking about to the investigator. They were seeing unmarked or out of the state license plate vehicles visiting Tyler and his partner residence or apartment, whatever they were living at, weeks before this event happened. So this is they have foreknowledge of it. Obviously, they were posting it online. They were Discord. So there is a lot of stuff that they were happening. So let me see if I can. Hold on, give me a second. So this is the picture that I was showing you earlier. And close this. Let me remove the source. Here we go. Let me bring my friend Robert. Hold on. I need to get this. Let me open another scene. There we go. There we go. Let me bring my friend now. There we
Sorry,
go.
guys.
Yeah, there you go. Man, what happened to your what happened to it? I'm a whole
Sorry
mess over
about
here.
that. My
I'm
computer
messing
just
stuff up.
restarted. It was just weird.
Really? It happens. It happens. Well, you guys, thank you so much
Seems
for
like we're
supporting
going
the
through a
channel.
bunch of
I really
issues here.
appreciate it. Right here, scan the QR code. Support us. We love Celsius. We do. We do love Celsius. Really appreciate if you support the channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel. It's free, and we keep you updated on the latest and greatest on the news. And we are talking over here like two guys with a microphone, talking smack, giving you guys the news as we receive it. So thank you for so much. And I will post this again. I will leave it there for a minute until you guys hook me up with a Celsius because I'm running low. I got like 4 left. And I go through this quick every day. I'm jacked up on Mountain Dew. I remember that movie. That was hilarious. So listen, guys. Robert got another video that he would like to be. Do you have a video that you would like to show? Because you showed me earlier.
Yeah, so here we go. I'm gonna share it right now. See, so I'm sorry if I missed out, but I guess I'm gonna re up what I was what we were discussing is that
Mm-hmm.
see the thing about Charlie Kirk and what Regal was saying is because uh, I believe it's true because Charlie Kirk isn't just you know any other podcaster per se. He's an actual threat. I mean, if you look at the map of all the turning point chapters that he has in the universities, if you think about it and you create you convert it into um you know major constituents, man, he would be a powerful play because if you so I want to watch this little clip with you guys and this guy I don't know who he is but he made a good perspective and it's also gives his take on why he thinks maybe Israel might be part of this and again we're not saying it is so or not but here it is. I hope you guys um, would tell me what you guys think, and then we'll talk. I would like to
Yeah.
speak my mind about this, and
Yeah. Hey,
here we
for
go.
good, yeah. For those who watching, do not go anywhere. This video, he showed me a clip of it, and I was like, I thought. I mean, I thought he was running turning point. TPUSA, like to help people out. But this, I mean, this is way deeper than I thought. So let's
Yeah,
watch the
it's
video.
crazy. Here we go.
Was tremendously influential. This is not Benny Johnson hawking hats outside of Alligator Alcatraz. This isn't Gunther Eagleman going viral with his tweets. This was a formidable political project in the making. So that's what you have to understand going into this. This is not just some influencer. Okay? Here we go. On September 9th, Charlie Kirk conducted his final interview featuring Ben Shapiro as a guest. 10 minutes into the discussion, Kirk openly and objectively asked a question concerning his position on Israel.
Act against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, on so like maybe we should also ask a question: is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So Ben, some people would accuse.
Okay, so again, This is not Benny Johnson saying this. This is not Gunther. This is this guy saying this. He could very, very easily be the future of the conservative movement, this guy, with the infrastructure that he had built out. There's a difference between being a star and having a machine behind you and having built a machine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's watch a little more.
Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
Imagine bringing your
I just want to bring this up until the commercial goes too. But um, what is crazy to me is this. So he asked Charlie Kirk, and I don't know if the viewers. I will pull up the map. I have the actual map of what that looks like, and I want you just bear with me, and then as I'm explaining this, because I would like to show this and get deeper into this. But so what Rigo and what this guy's saying, look at these chapters. Do you see these? These are all in the blue states. I mean, he is a threat to the Democrats. I mean, these are people in universities, high schools, and it's a threat because these are going to be the future voters. So he was set up to be presidential, and I hate to say this, but he was a big threat. So imagine if he now would have ran for president. Obviously he couldn't because he was too young. These would have been voters. They're going to be voters in the future. So I hate to put the tinfoil hat, but it almost makes sense that that they want to take him out. He was much more of a threat than Donald J. Trump. And I hate to bring this up, Julio, which I know you're probably gonna like choke me, but but this interview was the day before Charlie got assassinated with Ben Shapiro. And he was asking questions like, and we're gonna play the clip again, but he was asking that, he was asking him like, hey, you criticize Israel, you criticize the government of America. Why can't we criticize Israel? In Lame's terms, that's basically what he said. And Ben Shapiro gives this comment here and there, but I'm just like, dude, I don't know, it's sus.
I know it is. It is, and we will not. I mean, we hate to not show the proof. That what we're saying. I just would like to keep it alleged, but we were
Yeah,
talking
this is all
about it.
allegedly.
Yeah, we were talking about it a few days ago. That what if, like, just think ahead. All right, 10 years from now, 10 years from now, there will be already the two terms of possibly JD Vance, right? And JD Vance and Kirk, they were buddies. They were best friends because Charlie Kirk helped JD to get on Donald Trump's good side. People
Yeah.
do not, people don't know it, but Charlie Kirk was the architect behind picking JD Vance. So what if JD Vance probably most likely will run 2028 and 2032. If he wins 2028, he will run again 2032. By 2036, will be close to 10 years from now.
Here comes
He will
Charlie
be the-
Kirk.
he-
It would have
he
been Charlie Kirk.
And Charlie Kirk will have the endorsement from JD Vance, obviously. And what if, like, he will take over the entire nation, colleges, everybody, and those kids will be already almost 30 years old. After close to 30 years old, most likely they will have a family. They will vote for the Charlie Kirk
Yeah, exactly.
9 times out of 10. I put my hands into it. I put my entire confidence that was probably what he's thinking in his mind. Like, let JD win, help him win in 2028, help him win 2032, and then I will take over 2036 up to 2044. That is what's probably going through my head. But you guys put the comments down below. What would you think would have happened? So crazy. That is crazy. Let's play this video. Make a
Just
reference.
a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I went on my rant. I always go over the time, but let's play this video.
Comes to Israel, just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because in your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing?
All right, now this, shout out to whoever did this. I'm assuming Graffernati actually did this, compiled this, but this is Charlie Kirk's side of that first video that I showed you with Megyn Kelly. So that's this. These are some highlights that are pieced together from a recent interview with Megyn Kelly.
Where, if, for example, if I have less ability sometimes online to criticize the Israeli government without backlash than actual Israelis do. It's
been so unfair.
You,
they were coming after you after Turning Point for, among other things, that you had Dave Smith there. Dave Smith is allowed to criticize Israel. You had both sides. The Israeli side was overrepresented.
Though. No, you're not allowed to. It's even worse than that. Like, I host a person that I moderate the debate of, mind you, right? And I give equal time to Josh Hammer, equal time to a pro-Israel advocate, and my moral character is being put into question. And so So
you see that he's basically saying that, because he's been an advocate for Israel, for them to defend Israel. And the moment he criticized, now he's being looked into an anti-Semite. Now, listen to this, Julio. Listen to this, guys. Watch.
I think it's a hyper paranoid, like, we're just going to try to, we're going to just stamp out everything type of practice.
It's there's some rule you can't go there when it comes to Israel.
Well, you and I believe that we're Americans and Americans first, period. End of story. We are citizens of this nation, okay?
That's right.
Israel, we have funded, we have supported, like we're going to, but we're like, honestly, the way you are treating me is so repulsive. I have text messages, Megyn, calling me an anti-Semite, but my moral character is now being put into question, Megyn. Not my decisions, not like, hey, are you doing this? Is it smart or is it dumb? But no, I am a bad person if I do this. And I could go, you saw it, Megyn. It was trending on Twitter, thousands of tweets and text messages.
It's offensive to those of us who have been out there defending them in many instances against critics on our own side. And now you have a couple of comments like, well, what about?
So what do you think about that, Julio? It goes on and on. He based this. Props to these guys. They're called Dissidents. I don't really know. I never heard of these guys, but I'm gonna give them. Yeah, shout out to them. What they compose these clips, and it's perfect. But away from the whole thought process that maybe Israel did it or not, I want to get away from that. And only reason why is because at this point it doesn't matter. It does matter who did it, right? And we know there's a fall guy, and we got the fall guy. We probably won't get, but I think we will, because Donald Trump surprises us all the time. And when he does this RICO thing, George Soros is in everything. So we might get answers to that, hopefully, and I pray. But one of the biggest things that I would like to bring up, and I hear your thoughts about this, Julio, how is it affecting the kids that are celebrating? Because there's a big majority, and they're not kids. I'm sorry, they're already adults. They're kids from 17 and up. They're kids, but they're basically adults, and they are celebrating the death of an innocent man, all because they say, well, he got what he deserved. He spewed hate, or that's what. So I wonder, what do they classify hate? Because if I don't agree with you, Julio, in something, just because you might look at it like that might be hateful to someone, so that means I deserve to die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that logic right there is so dumb.
Right.
Um,
I
so
give you, yeah, I'll give you my thoughts real quick. Like if you ask a police officer, or if you ask a counselor, or a health or physician, right, of mental health physician, they will tell you, like, every time you find somebody confrontal, like aggressive, you try to de-escalate, to avoid further situation, to go from bad to worse. And that's what the right or the conservative has been doing for a long time. We be playing defensive, right? We're trying to go forward, and they say, hey, let's talk it out, let's have a discussion about this and that. But the left or the progressive has been more aggressively, actively
yes,
attacking people. For example, quick example, 2021, 22. What happened? George Floyd happened. In between that era, what happened? People started burning stuff, robbing, pillaging, you name it. They were everything under the sun. They were doing it. But with Charlie Kirk, we didn't do that. We didn't do that. What the conservatives did, they gathered together in prayer. They gathered
yes,
together
yep.
to try to unite in these hard times, in this difficult moment. But the left does not believe in peace. They believe in, if I can't stop you from doing what are you doing, I'm going to silence you. And that's what they have done this time. I mean, they've been attacking us and taking us out forever. You see it on TikTok, you see it on Instagram. They be saying, hey, we're gonna shut you down. And that's what Marxist and Leninist indoctrination does. They are pointing fingers, calling us names, telling us we are white supremacists. Or if we color and we conservatives, they're calling us, we are, Orc and Tom, you're a sellout, all that kind of stuff. But we didn't stop. We tell the truth, and that's what they don't like, the truth. If you tell them the truth, factual, biological truth, factual truth, and you show them records, they call that hate speech because you hurt their feelings.
And
That's all.
see, that is wrong. That is fallacy to think that way. Because think
Right.
about it this way. Look what it says in 2019. We talked a lot about the mental control of the new boys from 17 to 25. Well, okay, mental. So let me tell you this, guys. Uh, I will say this, and I'm gonna clear the record because earlier I had a debate with someone about the transgender. You know how I always say the Dems are always shooting, which
Mhm.
I had said that there was transgender. I'm not saying that they're shooting and they're because they're transgender that they're shooting. No, I'm saying that the ideology of the fact that there's something going on because we're allowing this transgender movement that they're shooting. See, people think that me saying this is kind of hurtful. And what does Erica say? She says, "Do you think that the youth is living in a delusional world? They're they're so used to living in a video games where where you murder, change the avatar. Oh, what was it? Went away. Oh, change the avatar to another gender that makes them, and we parents have a lot of these platforms be the babysitters, and now we're and I but
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah, we seen the mental health.
that's
That
but again, it's crazy to me, Julio, that they're thinking that because they might say, Julio, well, why does it bother you if the transgender, let him be a girl, right? He's a boy, it doesn't hurt you. Well, that's not the issue here. We don't care about that. You want to be a girl, be a girl. The problem where we have is that you want us to accept you as a girl, and also pretend that you are a girl, and that is where you guys don't understand. That could be hateful on your end to me, because you're making hateful thoughts that I'm now forcing to because I don't want to
Accepted. Yeah.
pretend. Yeah.
You've
So
been
now
forced.
you're hating, to me that's hateful right there. You're hurting
Right.
me, you
Yeah.
know?
You like, if you do not accept they are what they are, whatever, queer, fairy, whatever they are, if you do not like comply or oblige by they told you they identify as, they call that a hate speech, even though basically they forcing you to accept it. It's not like, for me that's hateful. Like, you make me
Yeah.
feel that, make me kind of like accept who you are. It's up to me. And we talked about it the other day. The problem is, like, you're right. The problem is not like how they act or what they say. The problem is they trying to indoctrinate our children in schools with that crazy stuff. They are, they call parents, if they talked about going to school boards and present their case, they call them terrorists. Like, really? You call parents terrorists? They were indoctrinating kids in school to lie to the parents, hide what they're supposed to be feeling. And basically, California is took away rights from the parents.
Yeah, I
Took away
know.
rights, and that's why
Dude.
and that's why a lot of people moved to Florida, moved to Texas, Tennessee, because they were not accepting that. And that's the problem that we're having. We are, man, we are in the dark times, man. This is not looking good. I don't know what the left is doing, but it's demonic. I talked about it last week. It is very demonic. I don't like it. I'm praying. We we need to seek God, because if it is going to like kinetic force, like, let's say they attack the left or the conservative, the crazy ones attack us, the conservative, and we react the same way, it is a recipe for disaster. And we don't want that. Like, we've been holding back for so long, but how long can we be holding back? Because they keep pressing. You see the last shootings, they're all
I know.
from that crazy community. And I'm not saying all of them are bad, because I seen uh homosexual and lesbian, they don't like that community. They parts ways from that community mentality, because they like accepting they are gays or lesbian, whatever, but they're not agreeing indoctrinating children. You know what I mean? It is a breakup within their group, and now those far left or far radicals are attacking us, the conservative. And have you seen a Republican or conservative attacking a progressive or leftist? No, you have not.
Exactly. No, you have not. Mm-mm.
You have not.
And
And they,
and
whatever, they always find a way to say, oh, it is white supremacists attacking white supremacists. It's not about that. It's not about that.
and
They're
here's
always
one
blaming us
other
for everything. Always.
here's one other thing, Julio. They want to give these puberty blockers to these children, right? And we don't have no scientific data to know what happens. But you could use your basic instincts and put religion aside, put your beliefs aside, just think science. Let's think science. If you give a puberty blocker to a female and you introduce the next thing, what they do is they give you testosterone, so that way um,
Mhm.
they have the male traits because they feel like boys, right? But guess what happens? There's something that goes on between the difference between men and women that's biological. Women are more emotional. They're emotional beings. And the reason why they're like that is because of their role that they play in the reproduction era. They have to be nurtured, kind of like I hate to say this, but we're like animals. Like, they you're gonna birth, you need to be nurturing, you need to nurture the baby, right? So you're emotional, you are now empathetic, versus men, we're not. We're by law, by
We're
nature,
just
we don't
having
have to be.
technical problems.
Oh, yeah. So, um, anyways, coming back to this, so when you introduce testosterone, now you're having traits of a guy plus a very emotional uh character now, and we don't have the data for that. Now look at the mass shootings, they're all transgender. What have they all had in common? The same puberty blocker drugs that they give to these kids, these psychotic things. And we don't, we're just experimenting, and we're just allowing this. So when I say that the transgenders or the left are shooting us, I mean, it's not hateful speech, it's just raw data. That's what it is. And I know there's news media out there
Yeah.
that are saying that's not true, but don't believe your seeing eyes. I mean, they show the pictures of the shooters, we can see right away. You know what I mean? Like, they're not Republicans. So
Hmm.
it's crazy.
They're not, and that's the narrative they try to paint all the time. They like you seen with this shooter, Tyler Robinson. They fabricated a Trump T-shirt. They fabricated him being a
That
Trump
was
supporter,
nasty.
and even though the family, yeah, the family came out and said it. Once he reached the college, university, they saw the decline on his attitude towards Donald Trump and all the conservative. So literally in 1 year, he was indoctrinated. 1 year,
Indoctrinated.
they turned him around, like from
That's
a
crazy.
conservative family, because I probably to literally a radicalized person. And I said it again, and I heard this morning PBD podcast, Patrick but David say it. Words are powerful. Whatever you tell a child or children now, it has power. And then if you tell them something wrong, or you trying to feed their minds with venom or wrong narrative, or the bad oppressive, like the left is always oppressed, they're gonna grow creating that type of hatred towards conservative, because they feel
Yeah.
oppressed, even though it's a mental chain they put on there. He will feel that way, even though it's not the reality. And we talked about it, uh, I believe last week or week and a half, when I showed you the Russian agent talking about this moralization of the country and how they do it through college and academia and all that stuff. This is the result of it. You know what I mean? And now I guess we are going to the crisis. The crisis is now, like you seen left versus right, rich versus poor, and they always, it's not going to end well. J.J. Carroll said it's going to end in a kinetic confrontation. You know, it is bad, and that's why I say we have to pray. We have to get closer to God. Even though I'm not a religious person myself, but Jesus, even Jesus said it. When the day when the last day comes around, the hearts of the people will get colder, and people will not have feeling for your brother
Yeah.
and sister.
And
It is bad.
it's
It is very bad what
crazy,
we're getting at.
crazy,
So
Julio. It's just crazy times. Constant hate. They they live Trump. What it says? They live Trump's
mhm.
words cause January 6th. Well, I will tell you that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can show them the video. The police were waving at people coming in. Walk to the halls of the White House. Just walk in. They even opened the door, and I will not deny there were people breaking stuff, but they were the
paid
very
paid
minority
paid
that were
agitators.
breaking stuff. But the vast majority, yeah, definitely. but the vast majority were invited to the White
You know
House
what it,
or to the
you know what
Capitol,
it looked
whatever they
like?
were.
It looked like, you ever seen those you ever been into a museum and you're lost and you're like trying to find a brochure? Where is this, the hallway? That's what they look like, dude. Look like a bunch of old people looking for like, is it over here, over here? They look confused, dude, and they didn't. That was no insurrection. That was all made up and lies. But
Damn.
Candace Owens just
Yeah.
dropped a
Then
video
they were
just
saying
right now saying that Kirk was had death threats. That's what she's claiming. That's crazy.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's just
Yep. So let's play let's play that
okay. Here we
video.
go.
Let's see what she said.
Yeah. Here,
See if you able to
got
play
it.
that video.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Rewind it.
In the Hamptons, and he had
Kind of slow
more than one event, but he had essentially what was staged, an intervention was staged by Bill Ackman, because Charlie's rational thoughts about Israel were a no-no. This is not the route that you should be going on. And Charlie was surrounded by his friends, his quote unquote friends. Bill Ackman was very upset, and threats were made. That is what I am told, and I will tell you that I am very happy for Bill Ackman to dispute this narrative. In fact, he was asked to dispute this narrative. Max Blumenthal went out to him today, and Bill Ackman came back and said, I have receipts I can show you, and he did not provide the receipts. This is not how it went down. I know it went down this way. I'm waiting for one of them to go on record and to say that it didn't go down this way.
Oh, she probably has the receipts.
At this time that Bibi Netanyahu was called and Charlie was invited to Israel. This was an under duress situation, I would say, because I've been in these situations before. When I started asking very sensible questions about Israel, as someone who had dedicated her political life to supporting Israel, many times alongside Charlie Kirk, I was met with the very same pressure. And just like Charlie was being invited to Israel, I was invited somewhere else. And when this arrived to me, it felt like a threat. I got to tell you that. It felt like a threat, like not like, hey, come here and we can educate you because you're my friend. More like, this is your last chance. That's how it felt to me. I can't speak to how it felt to Charlie. And I know that Charlie was offered a ton of money in this moment. A ton of money. Bibi would fund it, spend tons of money. And Turning Point, I guess, if it needed to go to a higher level, would have gone to an even higher level than it already was at. And I know for a fact that Charlie denied that funding. That Charlie denied, and what Bibi didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel for, I would describe this as like, re-education camp. We've seen it. You made an uh-oh, but we can help you. We just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah. We just need you
remember?
to come to the Holocaust.
They wanted
Museum
him
and
to
take a
put
photo. We just need
the
you
wall.
to go to Israel, and we can make this better. Charlie said no to Bibi. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have,
She
it's
got the
solid.
receipts,
Okay.
bro.
There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at
Bro.
that time, and they are
He has
solid.
the receipts.
So I decided another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there. If you've been listening to my
Bro,
show,
she's got the
Seth
receipts.
Dillon. I was going to go to Seth Dillon, and I decided to message him last night about this Hamptons meeting. And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. And I want to be clear, I am not someone who normally publicizes text messages. But my friend was shot in the neck.
Bro, is she going to release the
I'm just
messages
not
right
really
now?
in the state right now to be polite when it comes
she's
to the
furious.
answers that I am demanding. Okay. This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweets.
I'm gonna pause this,
because,
guys.
he
Wait. And he comes from this set. Need a comment ASAP. Trying to again here. You were following meeting, circulating an Ackman statement as though the meeting was somehow. Dude. Oh,
tweeted,
man.
I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man. I said, any comment on this one, Seth? He didn't answer last night. This morning I said, need a comment ASAP, please. He didn't answer. Then I followed that up and I said, trying again here, you were present when Ackman lost his mind on Charlie and when Bibi invited him to Israel and Charlie refused. Text messages immediately following this meeting are circulating. I find Ackman's statement, as though the meeting was somehow cordial, to be incredibly disturbing. Are you at all disturbed by that tweet? Do you feel, as I do, that this tweet significantly betrays the defined purpose and mood of his and I presume your final
she has
meeting
evidence.
with Charlie Kirk? Question mark. He was unable to speak to me, but he did place some frantic calls to Turning Point USA. Yeah. You see, I went out to Seth, but I also went out to two other people who were at this meeting, and nobody is willing to go on record. They're all messaging each other, trying to figure out a coordinated response to say that, no, this was all quite cordial, but no one wants to go on record and describe it as cordial because they know someone's leaking, because someone's got a guilty conscience about what happened at the Hamptons. So I will again put it out there, Seth, Bill Ackman, and to the other individuals who I have not yet named, but who are going to be named later this week. Cuz when Charlie was put under pressure.
Hey, I will say Candace is she's on it.
When Bibi Netanyahu called him and invited him to Israel, again in a move that when it happened to me, and it wasn't Bibi Netanyahu, felt to me like a laced threat. I am inviting you guys. I will give you my platform, actually, to come clear matters up, to tell us what really happened, because I think Charlie was definitely on the brink of changing some of his perspectives. And I can tell you factually, Charlie was praying the rosary. Charlie was going to mass. One of my last conversations with Charlie was me joking with him saying, just make the last step, okay? You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last step, Charlie. He says, ha ha. He was speaking about Mary. And typically when those steps start taking place, you stop referring to yourself, as I did, as a Judeo-Christian. Again, it is missing in...
Dude. Okay, so context real quick.
Bro, this is... I will not... Like I told you, I will not say it was...
Yeah, allegedly.
Israel,
Allegedly, right? This is all allegedly.
Allegedly. But if you start like putting the dots together and adding 1 + 1.
And the thing is,
very sus.
He was questioning a lot here in the last 6 months.
He was.
In the last 6 months, he was. And the thing is,
and he talked, and he was against Bibi Netanyahu. Remember, he was on the PBD podcast talking about before the October 7. They were on the brink of civil war because he wanted to stay in power and people want to kick him out.
Yeah.
Remember? And then all of a sudden, October 7 happened. So he remains in power. That's why he wants the war and the war in Gaza prolonged, because he wants to stay in power.
And allegedly, it looks like Israel did that to its own people on October 7th. That's what's really disturbing. The Palestinians were innocent. I don't know about Hamas. Hamas is still a terrible organization, but that means that Israel isn't.
Right.
isn't the people that we thought it might be, allegedly, if this is true. But
Yeah.
dude, it's crazy. But now I want you to remember this, for the viewers that are watching this, and you, Julio, this makes sense why Erica Kirk, when she went on Turning Point, on the video that we showed live, what did she say? She didn't say this is for the killer. She said this is for the people that took out my husband. She knows. This.
Let me
Yeah,
see
she
if I can
didn't
find the
say,
video.
because at that time we already knew about Tyler. We already knew about the killer. So, bro, it's conspiracy. And again, so for all the people that are watching, this is the government's fault for lying too much to us that we can't even handle the truth. If this was, what if this, this is all speculation. But all I will say is that I prefer to speculate my own now, and we're all free thinkers and coming up with our own thoughts here, and not being manipulated the way we have been, because we have been manipulated pre-Trump era. The swamp, we've been manipulated, but now thanks for the internet and having all these podcasters like ourselves, or people like you guys, that are, everyone out there is basically on the comments, and that's why I really think they wanted to have the word hate speech and have us believe that we should censor that, because then you censored people like us, you censored all these talking points, and you can't get to the truth. But freedom of speech, baby, that's what it's about. If you don't agree with me, hey, just move on. You should be able to protect, like, my ability my response to your lies. I don't, if I don't believe it, hey, at least you have your opinion, and that's it. I'm not gonna try to censor you and tell you to not get but I will call you out. Hey, your facts are wrong. Just like you have the right to say the lies, I'm able to call you out. Just same thing with me. If you feel like I'm lying, you can say your facts and call me out. Did you find it, Julio? Or are you frozen? No, you're good. Okay.
No. I'm not frozen. I'm looking for the spot that she talked about.
Yeah, dude.
No, you're good. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, maybe we're having, because technology, man. A while ago, my computer just restarted out of nowhere. I'm like, dude, seriously? But yeah, man, I just, it's just crazy.
No.
And to think that she probably has. Don't mess with Candace Owens. That's all I gotta say is she'll find out your great grandma, your grandma's cousin, your great great grandma's best friend. She'll know all that. She'll know the whole thing, and she'll hold you down to it for sure. But yeah, honestly though, to be honest with you, if allegedly Israel is at play, or if it's the Democrats colluding with Israel, which is crazy, because you're going to say, well, aren't they for Palestine, free Palestine, right? But it's all a facade. That's the thing. They lie to us in our face, just like the way they lied about them. They got everybody thinking, oh man, the women's rights, but yet they want to let transgenders, men that think they're women or trans women, go into the room with your, where you're changing, and they want what happened to those women's rights, So again, it's all a facade. It's not even it's just good titles. That's all it is.
I'm trying to find it.
It's kind of more towards the middle, I believe, but I don't know. With Nestor says, y para algunos, fire. Yep. So crazy. It's so crazy. But yeah, on the video where Erica Kirk is talking about, she straight up says,
Let me ask Roger.
You want? I can pull it up though, real quick. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Turning Point USA.
Yeah, go ahead. Because I tried to find it. I don't know which one. Yeah, let
Yeah,
me
I'll
send you
show
the
you right
link.
now.
See if you
Turning
can,
Point
if you're better
USA.
than me finding it.
Here we go. I'll
I
get it
send you.
right now.
Oh shit. Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, man, it is wild how she when she said it, it kind of like I was like, what does she means the people who conspire? You know what I mean? Like the people. What she meant by the people. And I guarantee you Donald Trump probably keep her updated of what's going on. You know what I mean? Like keep her updated. Why she didn't like I don't know, like why she didn't just aim the finger to like to the shooter. You know what I mean? You know, like why didn't aim the finger to one person, the
Yeah,
shooter?
to the
And
shooter. Yeah.
she said people. And like, man, people is like plural. You're talking about more than one. You know what I mean? So I was like, man, this is weird. And now we find it now that a lot of people were involved in this thing. You know what I mean? It was a conspiracy, a Discord chat, and they were talking offline priors. Like I seen posts where they like people screenshotted people talking about it weeks in advance about September 9th. You know what I mean? They were like September 10th, I'm sorry. They were talking about something big is going to happen. You know, make sure you be there. And that's why you see the outpouring people like in college campus celebrating because they were expecting it, you know what I mean? And they received what they were looking for. Those evil bastards.
Here we go. Found
I
it.
appreciate it. What minute it
And,
was?
2114.
Damn, I was far. I was like,
Oh no, what happened? No, it went away.
oh,
Hold on. No, wait. Here we go.
okay, good.
So here we go. Here we go. I found it. It was on YouTube. I thought it.
Yes, you're right, Gabby. She have an instinct, and she was very, very in communication with her husband. You're absolutely right about that. All right, let's play. Come on, let's play that
Here
one.
we go.
Appreciate it, Robert.
Yep. Here we go. She's gonna say it right here.
It's loading. It is playing on your side.
Yeah.
It's not playing on this one.
Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me just turn this one.
Yeah. I would like to say thanks for
Here we
those
go.
watching on Instagram and X. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe before it's free. All right, let's play that video real quick. Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it, brother.
I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired, but our God, you guys, our God is so good.
All right. Here we go.
He's so incredibly good. And we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. Already I have seen the worldwide outpouring of love for my husband. I've heard the testimonies from people my husband inspired
She's
to
about
get
to say it
married,
after this.
to start families, to seek out a relationship with God. It's the most important one of all. The evildoers responsible for my husband's assassination have no idea what they have done. They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and of God's merciful love. But they should all know this.
They should
If
all
you
know this.
thought that my husband's mission was powerful before, You have no idea. You have no idea what you just have unleashed across this entire country and this world. You have no idea. You have no idea the fire that you have ignited within this wife. The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
And there you go. So she specifically says, "You evildoers, and you guys that are responsible for getting my husband assassinated." She knows. I bet she knows who it is, but honestly, we all kind of know because the the thing about that I've learned in life is nothing's further from the truth, Julio. Like it's there. It's just we just don't want to believe it.
I know. Happened in 2020, like with the vaccine and all the stuff. We knew something was off.
Yep.
We couldn't point or put the finger on top, but we had that, that feeling like, man, this is not right, you know. So we have the sixth sense. We sometimes it gets we talk about it. Sometimes we use our sixth sense, or sometimes we just go over our head. You know what I mean? We feel it, but we not pay attention to it. If you know what I mean. And on
Yeah.
this case, I don't know, man. If you guys let me know in your comments if you feel the air heavier than before, like it feels the air feels different, the environment, the energy, it feels different. So and this is not the first time it happened, Nestor. You're right. Some people the JFK. I won't doubt it. You know what I mean? The same machine behind of every assassination, it points a finger to one group. I would not say it here. People that follow this know who they are, and it's always that group specifically. It
Yeah.
has six letters. So I was I will leave it at that. It has six letters. Start with the I and with the L. So I just leave it at that. But that's a problem. You know what I mean? We are, like I said it before, the deep state is, the same country. You know, they
Yeah.
if you look at the map, dual citizenship. If you look at the graphic where we have all the legislators, senators, mayors, and government officials, they all from the same place. You
This
know what I
is
mean?
this is this is why this is why Charlie Kirk was a threat because he had the youth um the whole youth,
And he did. I guess
as
he
the
didn't want to
future.
play along. You know what I mean? He didn't want to play along. I think he got woken up to, and he's like, oh, I'm not playing that game. You know
MK
what I mean?
Ultra. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a real thing too.
Yeah. Estamos en el poder, pero la guerra interna no se ha acabado todavía. Yeah, that's right. We're in power, but the internal war have not even, I guess, not even started yet.
No.
We
And
are
see
the
the thing
beginning.
is
We're in the beginnings of it. You know what I mean?
and the thing is, Julio, you have to tread carefully because we still have a lot of swamp monsters in the government.
Oh yeah.
We have power now, and that's why I feel like I always feel when I hear Trump or JD Vance or even Cash Patel, some people might say that they're sellouts, but they're really think about it. They don't know who's their ally. It
Mhm.
all comes down to the work of Satan. That is true. It that is true. Yeah. But JD Vance, Donald Trump, they don't know who to trust. So they're just like, yeah, going along until they're able to grasp everything. And situations that happen right now with Charlie Kirk exposing a lot of them though. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's unfortunate, but
Let me see if I can find it. I mean, let me see if I can go. Let me go through Facebook real quick because I found a lot of people on Facebook that posted uh, people from the left or radicalized people. I will not say people from the left. I said radicalized people talking about a hit list of influencers they would like to take out, and
see,
they got the list of
dirty
name.
people.
Yeah, I know. They got the list of name and they struck out Charlie Kirk. But I will look through it now. and they have Benny Johnson, Ben Shapiro, Jacob Rawlins. They have Steve Crowder. A lot of influencers from the right, and they got Charlie Kirk's name struck out. So I will try my best to find it. All right, as we talking over here. So, and I forgot to take a screenshot. That was my fault. But it is.
Man, and it just, and to me that's crazy to hear that. But in
Yeah.
the sad reality that it's true. Someone out there is doing that. And oh yeah, I found it.
You did.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh
Yeah.
dude, that is sick
Let,
people, dude.
yeah. Let's
Sick
see it.
people. They got Andy NGO, Benny
Yeah.
Johnson, Ben
That's the one.
Shapiro, and Christopher Rufo. I see a lot of these. Ian, really, bro? He's the one that isn't he the one that is it the same Ian that exposed the rich?
Probably.
No. I what? These people are crazy.
I'm telling you.
Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, really? Nick Fuentes, I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying, like, they really hate the dude. But Tim Pool, man, dude.
They are going to after everybody. I mean, they don't care. They are bloodthirsty people. I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. And Gary's right. That's dangerous. That's they're violent and
Yeah,
the
these
right.
people. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't know who this Ian guy is. It's not the guy that I thought it was.
who like yeah.
Oh, this guy. I don't know. I looked him up, but he looks. I have no idea. Maybe do you know him? I don't know this guy.
Nah.
Look.
Let me see. Who the heck is that guy?
I don't know who this guy is.
What kind of social media does he have? Like, can you look his X? Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
Look at his reach. Probably got a good reach though. We just like never, oh snap.
1.2 million followers.
Damn. Can you play a video of him talking like actual him, not like a bunch of
see.
reposts?
I think he's just reposting. Dang, bro. There is just what the heck? The left are vile and twisted.
What is it? Jabba the Hutt? Oh.
That looks like Jabba the Hutt. He looks like he just reposting tweets.
Oh, okay. Okay. So it's not like a guy that talk to the people just repost.
So he
All
just probably it's probably a big tweet. Oh, did you see this guy?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Play that dude.
Let's
give him a shout out. Yeah, they play the dude. I saw him earlier this morning.
I don't come from any kind of money, and I've never owned a suit before. My wife, she bought me this suit. Our anniversary's coming up, and we have a nice anniversary plan. We make a little bit of money now, and I'm proud to say that because that's certainly not where either one of us comes from. And I feel good in this suit, man. And I just want my wife to know she made me feel good. It's a $300 suit. I ain't never had nothing like this before in my life. And I tell you what, okay, video flip here, so I'm gonna lose some of you. I didn't know Charlie Kirk, never met that guy before in my life. And something else that I've never done before in my life is believe in God. I'm gonna wear this suit to church. I'm gonna go to church. I'm going to try to be a better father, husband, and leader for my family. They deserve that. My phone fell down. I guess that's the devil trying to fuck me up mess me up right now. I'm gonna try, y'all. Look at this suit. I look good, bro. My wife made me feel this way. Charlie's made me feel this way.
I'm telling you, it's coming. The revival is coming.
Yeah. Message over.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, apparently if we credit Charlie Kirk, we're on the list. Yeah, and that's what the left is trying to do. They're trying to scare us from talking. In fact, Julio, you were telling me one of the quotes that Charlie used to say a lot when you showed me when what was it? Evil prevails or evil triumphs.
Yeah, Charles Edmund.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me copy the actual
quote.
verbatim.
Yeah.
I don't want to just
And Erica, that's the good point there. He said, evil triumphs when good men stay
just not.
silent,
Yeah,
or yeah, stay silent. And that's why we shouldn't stay silent. We don't want evil to prevail, and they're not going to scare us from not talking. And it's just how did we let this mess happen? You know how we let this mess happen? Because everybody said, I don't deal with politics, I don't deal with this. And the left did deal with politics, and they've been little by little just getting the culture, getting this. Before we know it, we're like fighting for our rights, fighting for our sanity, fighting for our children. And it's like it does hit you, it does impact you. And for us that are Christians or believers in Yeshua,
right here.
it
It's right here.
says the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Gosh, those little words have a lot of really heavy meaning. And
Yeah, you
it's
cannot you cannot sit idle and just let it happen. You cannot. You have to stand up. I mean, sadly, either stand up or get out of the way. Like can we say, like if you don't like the heat, don't go to the kitchen. I mean, don't go there. So
yep.
so you have to stand up. And this is a call that I do honestly from the bottom of my heart to all those young men coming up. Be a man is standing up for yourself, for your family, for your word, and for your conviction. Because and JJ told me too, man. I feel JJ is like my big brother. You know what I mean? And he told me like, if you are a coward as a man, that's the biggest shame you could ever carry in your entire life.
Yeah.
Being a coward. You know what I mean? That nobody can delete that. No
Yeah, I
one.
know.
No one. So you cannot be a coward. Now is the time to step up.
We that's what we need. We need more men. We need men you know that are what the liberals call toxic masculinity.
Masculinity, yeah.
There is no such thing as toxic masculinity. Man, I can't talk right now. But
Masculinity, yeah. They hate
we
it
need
because they not masculine. That's why they hate it so much.
and we need that. It's honestly that's what it takes for
Mhm.
real men to stand up and say, hey, no, that's not right, or hey, you're stupid. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
know.
Like
Yeah, you
that's
got
just
to
it.
call them out. You have to
Yep.
call them out because these ideology will destroy your country. And if we fall as a human, as a man or head of the household, we fail to protect our family. Do you think your wife gonna look at you the same way if you cower?
Oh no, 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 no. That and see, that's the thing. I'm the hero in my
Mhm.
household. So I will be damn if I let anybody disrespect my wife, my kids' hero. Because that's the shoes that I decided to take, and that's what I'm going to fill. And if I feel like I'm not filling them, then watch out,
I
Sancho.
know.
But but again, that's just something that's real. That's
better.
real. You know, like us as men, we have to we have to be men. We have to
Yes,
be
sir.
masculine.
So with that being said, thank you so much. I really, guys, I really appreciate it. I think,
Yeah,
I know
time
it's been
flew,
an hour
man.
and 30 minutes almost. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You can follow us. Let me put the tickets down there so people can see where they can follow us. There we go, right here. Sorry, I got kind of distracted a little bit. You can follow us on X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. We also are in different social media like Amazon Music and iTunes and all that stuff. I haven't posted lately. I had to transfer all those videos to Spotify so you can listen to the latest and greatest on Spotify. But we'll do that sometime this weekend. We've been busy. We are going to be on Friday and Saturday. We'll be at the Texas Youth Summit in the Woodlands. So big shout out. If you're going out there, you will see us. Let us know. Take a picture. We happily to do an interview. Also, this shirt we're about to go on sale this week. Let me let me make it big. This
There
shirt
you
will
go.
be on sale along as different design. They will be go on sale on Thursday or Friday. They will go on sale. So look out for that. We're gonna broadcast. We're gonna show you guys the website hopefully by Wednesday, and all those items. Yeah, all those
Hopefully,
items will be live that week. So shipping day will vary, but most of the time it will be out the door between 2 to 3 days. So don't miss out. Really cheap. Between I believe the prices range between $25 to $30, including shipping. So
oh, and it's gonna be good quality. It's not gonna be
oh yeah,
like the thin shirts. Once you put it on, you're gonna be like, "Dang, they went full
yeah,
expense." You know, they had, they
yeah.
spared no expense. It's
It's a
gonna be
good
really good
quality. It's
quality.
already pre-shrunk,
Um,
so it's not like you buy a large and then when you put it on the dryer, you ended up with a small. It's not like that. So it's pre-shrunk, so it might shrink like a quarter inch. That's about it. So it's good quality. We are going to broadcast that on Wednesday or Thursday. We're going to show you the website so you can go and order yours today. We have also Charlie Kirk merch will be up and running the same week, and the profits of those shirts will go to Turnpoint USA. So thank you so much. We will not keep any profits of that. If we sell just the X-ray, we're gonna have new ones every month, new design every month. That sale will those profit will help the channel, and the shirts from Charlie Kirk will go to Turnpoint USA.
yeah, anything that has Charlie Kirk on it. We spent what 3 or 4 days now just trying to come up
Yeah.
with different designs, and I hope you guys like them. And we're probably gonna be out there if you at Woodlands Fridays, Saturdays. We will be out there selling that merch. Hopefully, we can persuade people to wear them. Uh, Prior to that, sorry I can't get the website fast enough. But we're working on it.
Yeah. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And for those watching on X and Instagram, I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us. It's free. It will not cost you anything. And I really, really appreciate it. Also, we have a subscription in Facebook and YouTube. If you want to join the family, let us know that there you can ask questions and all that stuff. So subscribe to the channel, be a member, and welcome to the family. Robert, thank you so much, my brother. I see you guys tomorrow around 6:30 ish Central Time for another discussion, and we'll be, I believe, on Friday we might do a live stream early because at 3 o'clock we are going to be 3 to 4 o'clock. We are going to be at the Woodlands, so we will not do a live stream in the afternoon. We probably do it earlier on that day to show you the merch and all that stuff. So anyway, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Robert, thank you, brother. I see you tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. God bless.